Let's rock and roll. All right. Best cereals. Tier list maker. We've got an S tier, A, B, C, and D. Apple Cinnamon Cheerios. All right. Apple Cinnamon Cheerios. Cheerios are honestly pretty high on the list for me. Apple Cinnamon, though. Apple Cinnamon, I feel like it's doing too much. I don't know if I really need it in my life. It's certainly not S tier. I'll tell you that right now. It's out, right? It's not A tier. No way. I don't even think it's B tier. It's not D tier. There's other stuff that I will never eat. But I think Apple Cinnamon Cheerios, absolutely, we're going in C. We're not doing it. All right. Next one, we got Cookie Crisp. In case you don't know, it's a bowl of little cookies in milk. Cookie Crisp is garbage. There's no way around it. I'm not even gonna mess around with it. Cookie Crisp is awful cereal. Anyone who knowingly over the age of 10 eats Cookie Crisp, immediate bad decisions, and probably drives like a Geo Metro. All right. Special K. Special K, like your grandpa or your dad's kind of cereal. If you ran out of cereal at the house, if you dumped a crap load of sugar on it, you can eat it, right? But it's not something I ever will willingly pull out, but it's not something that I will just dump in the trash. So it depends really on where this thing sits, right? If it has sugar on it, I'm going to go with a B tier. If it's sugarless, it's a C tier. I'm going to go with B. Surprisingly, I think. All right, Kix. Kix is a very interesting one. My wife eats Kix, but again, has to cover it in a bunch of sugar. And I never ever want to eat Kix in my entire life ever again. It's a D tier cereal. It even the picture is like a corn. I don't want to eat corn. Apple Jacks. This is going to be my first A or S tier cereal. I got to take into account all things related to the cereal, right? It's crunchy, but it gets soggy after a while, which is fine. The milk that Apple Jacks makes is terrific, right? Such a good flavor. I think this one sits in the A because it's I'm not just going to go grab Apple Jacks and be this is my top tier, right? So I think I'm good with A on Apple Jacks, but it's not top tier. It's so good and it brings back great memories, but it's not there. Cornflakes. Cornflakes and Special K are the same thing. They're just in different boxes. If it's sugar, cornflakes is a B. If it's unsugared, it is C. Moving on to Count Chocula, or what the cereal looks like. This is, first off, this guy is stoned. Does Count Chocula have marshmallows? No, I did not know that. Count Chocula cutout mask. You can be the stoned Dracula. How long has he been around? This looks like something from like Sesame Street, like the cartoons they have on there. I don't think Count Chocula is up there. Nobody eats Count Chocula. They're not about it. If I had to, I would maybe eat it because of the marshmallows. But so it's not quite D tier, but we're not putting in the upper echelon. Cap'n Crunch. Cap'n Crunch cuts the roof of your mouth. I'm not even sorry. Not even sorry. Cap'n Crunch is not it. I don't want it. I don't buy it. I'm not doing it. Rice Chex. Also, everybody knew. Everybody knew as soon as they saw Rice Chex, they're like, D. Done. Peanut Butter Crunch. Honey Bunches of Oats. This is not just D, this is F tier. Honey Bunches of Oats is the worst cereal ever made. I don't know why people eat it. I don't know why it's a thing. It's not. No, it's done. Some of these I can't even fight. We're done. We're not having them. Rice Krispies with Sugar is good. Without sugar is garbage. In a Rice Krispies treat, amazing. And that's the only way I have Rice Krispies is in a Rice Krispie treat. So it is still a cereal. It's still the best cereals maker. I'm putting it in an A. All right, here we go. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I got a lot of message about Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You can't trust a man who puts cornflakes over Cap'n Crunch. You're trusting a man, not a child. Cornflakes over Cap'n Crunch. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I love it. I think personally that Cinnamon Toast Crunch is an S tier cereal. It's so good. It's so good. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is so overrated it's not even funny. You are wrong. You are wrong. Dump that in F tier? You think so? No way. No way. So here's the way I look at it, right? When I go to Costco and I'm buying a shit ton of cereal, because that's what you do at Costco, what do I pick up? Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And everybody loves Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It is an S tier. Moving on. Mini Wheats. Frosted Mini Wheats. When I'm going to Costco and I'm getting those boxes, the first one I grab is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. The second box, Frosted Mini Wheats. Instant S tier. If this was, I'm putting it ahead of Cinnamon Toast Crunch because Frosted Mini Wheats are the most banger cereal probably ever made. Until I get through the rest of this list and I might find something else. Frosted Mini Wheats, S tier. I could eat Mini Wheats for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Mini Wheats. Onto my flatbed with 4 cases of water, 10 cases of toilet paper. Out of Costco we go. Honey Nut Cheerios. All right. Honey Nut, right? I got to be very, very clear on this because earlier we had apple cinnamon. Now we have Honey Nut. Honey Nut Cheerios are fantastic. Are they the ones that I want to go for and get every time? No. Right? If I've got a choice, I'm not picking them. But if someone's like, yo, you want some Honey Nut Cheerios? There's no question. It's a yes. Gonna riot. I told you guys. I told you weren't gonna like this list. Right? Because everybody hates the man who speaks the truth. Right? They hated him because he spoke the truth. Reese's Puffs. Okay? A little Reese's cup in as a cereal. It sounds delicious. Milk, chocolate, peanut butter, mid cereal. I think we bought a box on accident because the girls wanted it, and I tried it, and I was just like, I guess I'll eat it because I spent money on it. Rice Krispies Treats cereal. What is this? What's the difference? Oh, they put marshmallows in it? Oh no. I've never had this cereal. So, boom, D. Haven't had it. I don't know. Next up, regular Cheerios. Again, we were talking about alignment, right? We're talking about alignment here. Apple cinnamon, Honey Nut, regular Cheerios. Absolute garbage. Regular Cheerios are the worst cereal ever made. It's eating cardboard. It's going to the very front. How do I get Cookie Crisp off here? It's going to the very front of garbage food. Regular Cheerios are awful. Lucky Charms. All right. You guys think you're mad now. Lucky Charms. We gotta look at a lot of things here, right? Lucky Charms. People grew up on Lucky Charms, right? And they grew up on the Leprechaun. They're trying to get me Lucky Charms. But the quality is either gone downhill or we're growing up and it's not as good, right? The milk that you get from Lucky Charms is fantastic. The marshmallows are the only thing that give you any flavor. The actual cereal itself is not good. Not good. This is a total mid B tier cereal. Lucky Charms is good when you want to feel like a kid, but if you're actually looking for solid food, no shot you go with Lucky Charms. Cocoa Krispies. So Cocoa Krispies and Cocoa Pebbles are basically the same thing, but they're very different. Cocoa Krispies are not it. Cocoa Pebbles, they're fucking it. Cocoa Pebbles are S tier, baby. Cocoa Krispies, hot garbage. I will fight anyone who says otherwise. Anyone who says otherwise. Cocoa Pebbles are like an adventure, right? Because the Cocoa Pebbles, you get them in the milk, and they stick to the sides of the wall, and you're trying to scrape around, you're trying to find those Cocoa Pebbles, and you get them on there so yummy, right? The chocolate, amazing when you get it in the milk. Cocoa Krispies are a poor imitation of Cocoa Pebbles. Fred Flintstone would beat the shit out of the Keebler elves. Fruit Loops. Where do we put the Fruit Loops? They're not S tier. Fruit Loops are not S tier. Are they A tier? To my kids, maybe. But to me, I will say that Fruit Loops are a solid B tier cereal. Like I said, not here to make friends. I'm here to tell the truth. Raisin Bran. I don't think you guys are going to like me. Raisin Bran is an A tier cereal. You got raisins, right? You got bran. The bran is like, it's nice and like sugary. Raisin Bran is the best. It gives you the best poops. It's like eating like a cup of coffee, right? It's the best. Raisin Bran, A tier. Absolute A tier. I love Raisin Bran. I'd eat Raisin Bran every day. But it's not like I said, it's kind of like not everyone's about it, right? So it's an A, right? But it's there. Golden Crisp, that again, poor man's Rice Krispies. That's all I see when I see Golden Crisp. We're going straight to D. No questions asked. All right. Now, Fruity Pebbles. We got Cocoa Pebbles S tier, right? Cocoa Pebbles are the best. So where do Fruity Pebbles lie? Fruity Pebbles, okay. You got fruit, you got pebbles, you got milk. But much like Fred is the main character, Barney, nobody really likes Barney. Fruity Pebbles do not taste good. It's not like Fruit Loops, right? It's not like Lucky Charms. I get mad that I have to chase those pieces around because they don't taste like Cocoa Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles, awful. D tier cereal. There's no way around it. Fruity Pebbles, I have hated since I first had them. As a kid, I remember hating Fruity Pebbles. Not doing it. Cocoa Puffs. Where are we at on Cocoa Puffs? So we're kind of seeing like a bit of a little like trend here with some of these cereals. Like Apple Jacks barely made it A tier. Fruit Loops, which is just the fruity version of Cocoa Pebbles. Or Cocoa Puffs. Sorry. It's all kind of in here. But something about the chocolate gets me. S tier. Cocoa Puffs, S tier. 100%. We're going with it. Frosted Flakes. I already saw someone in the chat. I heard what you're saying, but you're wrong. It's a B tier cereal. Frosted Flakes are decent. You know what? Okay. I will give you something. I am going to change my list because of what I just did here. Frosted Flakes are B. They are basically cornflakes with sugar on them. Since they have the sugar on them already, that makes them a B tier, which means I have to go ahead and update my list in accordance. The cornflakes go down to C. Special K goes to C. The only reason those are there is because if they had sugar on them, they would be better. You could put sugar on them to make them better, but they do not have the sugar on them already. Therefore, they go to C. Frosted Flakes moves to B tier. I will amend the list. I am a merciful king. Cap and Crunch berries. Cap and Crunch is pretty garbage. We've already established this. Cuts the roof of your mouth. It's not that good. Cap and Crunch berries adds a little bit of flavor to things. It is not a D tier cereal. I will give Cap and Crunch berries the C tier. I can go ahead and take some of those. All right. Raisin Bran, 2 scoops. Tell me where you think I'm going to put Raisin Bran 2 scoops. If Raisin Bran by itself with 1 scoop of raisins is A tier, then Raisin Bran with 2 scoops, that's an S tier cereal, baby. This is not a democracy. I am king. King MCB. Crown on the head. It is what it is. Raisin Bran, 2 scoops, S tier cereal. If I had to pick any of these to eat any day, Raisin Bran 2 scoops is it. The rest of this stuff, garbage. Honeycomb, garbage. Tricks, okay. Tricks actually not too bad. Kinda. It's better than Captain Crunch Berries, so I'll give Tricks a B, right? I'm not going for it, but if it's there, I'm gonna eat it. Pops, gross, right? Honey Smacks, I'm not eating this frog. It's all D tier. We're done. We're done. This is the best list you can have.